Okay, here it is, folks. Fresh from the workbench. I have completed my build of the Aurora de Havilland DH-10A Amiens. This kit originally was issued by Aurora in 1958 and then reissued under the K&B label in 1971 or 72, I think. The origins of this these were the continuation of the famous fighter series, World War I series, that the Aurora Plastics Company had begun in 1956. And in 1958, the company added two twin-engine bombers, the German Gotha, kit number 126, that had bombed London by night, and the British DH-10. Now, the Gotha was a famous and rakish aircraft and thus a natural for a model. On the other hand, the DH-10 was an obscure aircraft that never saw action in battle. Well, that's not true. It actually flew one mission on the last day or second to last day of the war. Why did Aurora make the DH-10? Simply because they were able to, it was the only British bomber that they could find plans for at the time. And they got them from a book called Aircraft of the 1914-1918 War, and it was small enough to do in 1/48 scale, although it's pretty big. Not quite as big as the Gotha bomber, but the wingspan here is, I think, about 18 and a half inches. So it's quite a large aircraft for this size, but slimmer and more compact than the Gotha. I didn't do too much replacement here, very little in fact. The two crew members, the front gunner and the pilot, are resin figures. I actually did use one of the Aurora figures for the rear gunner there. I replaced the two Lewis machine guns with some from another kit that were just much better molded. But otherwise, all the rest of the pieces in here are original from the kit, no replacements, built as stock. I did put in a basic interior inside the fuselage, not that you can see it now. Kit went together pretty well. There's a little bit of play in the wings in terms of getting the right fit, but I managed to get that sorted out. And, you know, I think it's an attractive looking aircraft. It's not something I probably would have built if I hadn't already built the Gotha bomber, and I think I needed a companion for that, so that was the process. So it's done, and it's going to grace the dresser along with the Gotha bomber, and a very cool Mercer raceabout. And that takes up the whole top of my dresser in the bedroom. Okay, enough of that. I'll attach some pictures here on the end. Thanks for watching.